Amazing archaeological finds consistently remind us about the imaginative brains of our ancestors, and such revelations are likewise an extraordinary opportunity to see how life was lived back then. Here are the 10 most mysterious archaeological discoveries ever. Number 10. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is entitled as the world's most puzzling manuscript ever. It was found in 1912 from North Italy. The language, content, and creator of Voynich Manuscript is at this point unclear. As per the archaeologists, numerous pages of this manuscript are missing and 240 pages remain now. The drawings of various plants are the most fascinating thing that is found in the Voynich Manuscript. Until now, nobody can seem to figure out these drawings and match them to any plant species. It's said that the Voynich was written in the 15th century. Aside from the plant segment, this puzzling manuscript likewise contains astronomical, biological, cosmological, and pharmaceutical information. Number 9. Mount Owen Moa. It was in the year 1986 when a collection of archaeologists found a claw of a flying creature while burrowing down in a cave in New Zealand. When it was found, the flesh and muscles were still attached to it. Afterward, it was affirmed that it's a foot of an extinct wingless moa, which vanished from Earth 2,000 years ago. The wingless moa was a bulky bird which measured up to 12 feet tall and up to 551 pounds. Moas were annihilated by early humans. The wicked claws of the moa are located in the Natural History Museum of New Zealand. Using DNA recovered from the claw, scientists were able to identify what the bird's appearance was. Closely resembling an ostrich, it had no wings and could run pretty fast. There were a total of 9 species of this bird, but they have all gone extinct. Number 8. Sacsayhuaman. Sacsayhuaman is an ancient wall place situated in Machu Picchu, Peru. The construction of this perplexing structure, which began in 1440 by an emperor named Pachacuti. It took over 100 years to finish this structure. The wall is built by a wide range of rocks, some of which include diorite blocks, yucca limestone, and dark andesite. It's 600 meters in length, and the Sacsayhuaman wall has a zigzag appearance. Each square of this wall weighs many tons. Sacsayhuaman wall guarded popular archaeological towers named Moai Marca, Sala Marca, and Ponca Marca, and a temple associated with the sun. The engineering behind this structure is amazing. Obviously, the people back then didn't have the tools that we have now, but nonetheless the stones are all placed perfectly and stuck together. Even after all these years, they are still standing strong without any sign of wear. Number 7. The Nazca Lines. Nazca Lines are irregular development of white lines that can be seen only when you fly over the desert of southern Peru. It's one of the main UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the country. This old formation consists of shapes of trapezoids, squares, triangles, and circles. Likewise, you can spot 70 creatures and other plant structures. Some examples include spiders, cactus plants, whales, llamas, and much more. The motivation behind these lines is still unclear, but there have been studies suggesting that they've been used as part of a ritual dedicated to the gods of water. Archaeologists assess that the Nazca Lines were made by Nazca Indians between 500 BC and 700 AD. Thus, these drawings stayed pure for a very long time. A huge group of individuals believe that these lines were created by aliens. Number 6. Gobekli Tepe. Gobekli Tepe is one of the most ancient archaeological sites on the planet. It's located in Turkey. The site was one of the best things ever made during the time, dating around 11,000 years back. The weathered limestone columns weigh 15 to 22 tons. To make them suitable for the structure, they were cut down into smaller pieces. Archaeologists discovered the 200 gigantic columns during the excavation. This building is accepted to be a meeting spot or a sanctuary. This finding helped the archaeologists to make a deeper investigation about Neolithic transformation. The tepe was also one of the world's first temples. Instead of just one entire temple, it turns out there are multiple smaller temples combined into a singular one. Number 5. The Terracotta Army. In 1974, a team of archaeologists in Xi'an, China were digging, and it turned out to be the unearthing of the biggest funeral art ever. They discovered thousands of clay warriors buried close to the tomb of Zhao Jinhuang, who was an emperor. He was the first emperor of China. The warriors were hidden with him to guard him from multiple forces in the afterlife. The old complex is dated to be around 2,200 years old. The archaeologists likewise discovered various weapons along with the clay soldiers. They were flawlessly organized within multiple clay halls. There are 4 holes can be seen inside the archaeological site. Upon them, 3 pits are loaded up with the warrior's weapons, and the 4th one remains bare. Numerous parts of the tomb are yet to be discovered and analyzed. Number 4. Moai statues on Easter Island. The Moai sculptures of Easter Island are one of the strangest and well-known archaeological finds ever. These sculptures are the primary attraction on the island. The sculptures were cut by the people of Rapa Nui between 1300 and 1500 AD. There are 288 Moai sculptures altogether, which are arranged on various enormous stone platforms on the island. Moai sculptures have an average height of 13 feet and weigh as much as 80 tons. The Rapa Nui citizens utilize rocks from a dead volcano on the island to construct these sculptures. The D-type base of Moai sculptures permit them to move freely with the use of strong rope. Over time, these statues sunk into the ground. They originally had torsos on them, but because they sunk into the ground, it was rubbed off by the dirt and weathering process. A team of archaeologists studied all of these statues and noticed there were crescent petroglyphs marked on the back of the statues. It was supposed to relate to the crescent-like canoes that the Polynesian people had. In order to build them upright, large tree trunks were used to provide support. These trunks were placed adjacent to the statue and were lifted onto its base once the carving was finished. Number 3. Stonehenge. The Stonehenge is a very old monument and is 5,000 years old. The structure is located in Salisbury City in England. The structure is made up of many small and large stones. The large stones have a height of 30 feet and weigh up to 25 tons and is also called sarsens. The reason why this was made still remains a mystery. The Stonehenge was built between 3000 BC and 2000 BC. In order to be built, the Neolithic workers carried huge stones from the Pressley Hills, 150 miles away from Salisbury, England. It's said that over 240 dead people are buried underneath or near this monument. Number 2. The Great Pyramids. Pyramids are one of the most fascinating structures on Earth. Even though many people constructed pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids outperformed the rest. The Great Pyramids of Giza will always be listed as one of the greatest wonders in the ancient world. It's predicted that Egyptians built pyramids in 2700 BC, mainly as tombs for preserving bodies of the royal family. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest and tallest pyramid of Egypt, standing at a height of 481 feet. It took nearly 20 years to finish building the pyramid, while using millions of limestone and other rocks. The inside of the pyramid are filled with expensive treasures along with mummies. The walls of pyramids also contain spectacular paintings and carvings. And at number 1, Atlantis City. The lost city of Atlantis is definitely one of the most puzzling discoveries ever. Could it be possible that there were mermaids and mermen once upon a time? Built in 360 BC, researchers assumed that Atlantis City was once on land and then sank in the ocean. They believe that a huge tsunami hit the city, causing it to sink into the ocean. But the actual reason why Atlantis is on the ocean floor is still unknown. Stories of ancient times say that Atlantis was constructed by Poseidon, the god of the sea. If not on land, it's said to be located somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. Researchers still haven't succeeded to identify the location of this city. The size and depth of the ocean itself is one of the major problems preventing researchers from finding Atlantis. Well, that's about it. Archaeologists have made many discoveries, but these remain as the most mysterious ones out there. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos. And I'll see you next time.